Grand Rising and welcome to Sunday Rising with Tai Ma. The intention of Sunday Rising is to plant seeds that expand consciousness as well as offer tools and encouragement for the week ahead. So, how are y'all feeling? Have any of y'all felt the feeling of longing recently? You know, the feeling when you really, really want something? Today, that's what I'm going to talk about. That feeling of longing, and how even though it's born from desire, it gets in the way of us experiencing that which we want so much. This story begins in Hawaii. I was living at a downtown hostel and going to college online, so it felt like dorm life in the best possible ways. I ended up meeting and connecting with someone who was passing through the hostel. I ended up developing feelings for him, but because he lived so far away, I wasn't able to see him or connect with him as much as I wanted. So I developed the feelings of longing. Longing story short, that relationship didn't work out. But a few months ago, I had a dream about him and woke up with those familiar feelings of longing. As soon as I realized how I was feeling, I felt my spirit guides slip in with some intel. They said, "Good. Now that we have your attention with this very visceral feeling of longing." And then I saw a dial in my mind, like a volume dial, but on one end it said longing, and on the other end it said desire. Now that you're in this feeling of longing, turn the dial back and take it way down, my spirit guides continued. And I saw the dial go from the end that said longing to the one that said desire. As I saw the dial move in my mind's eye, I could feel my state of being shift. I could feel my vibration and emotion changing from longing to desire. When I first woke up from the dream, I could feel him and all the things I enjoyed about him, but he was obviously nowhere around, so I could feel very viscerally the lack of something I desired, yet I was calling it longing. Once the dial had been changed and my emotion had also shifted, I was now in the vibration of desire, and it felt good, way good, and way different than the feeling of longing. Still using him as an example, when I was in the vibration of desire, the feeling of need was no longer there. The things I enjoyed about him were still active, and I could enjoy the feeling of those qualities, but there was no need for him or need for anything specific at all. The experience was pure and unattached desire. The experience went from what felt like a raging and uncontrollable fire to a kindling, warming, dazzling flame. Another way to describe how it felt was that the feeling of longing felt draining, like there would have to be an end to the feeling at one point, or else it would result in burnout. The feeling of desire, on the other hand, felt nurturing, natural, and eternal. At this point, the desire became more general. It was no longer just about him. It was about how good the feeling of desire itself feels, how beautiful it is when it is not left unchecked to the point of longing. Desire without expectation is a beautiful feeling. Longing is the opposite and can feel like agony. So where is the line? The line between desire and longing is when attachment to specifics comes into play. Why not just enjoy the feeling? Bask in the blessing that is the experience without attaching to specifics. Trust that the beauty of this experience is unending and that there is beauty to be found in every moment. I know. It's easier said than done, but it's possible. We were all born to experience the life that we desire. But there's a lot of unlearning of old patterns, deprogramming of lies we've believed about ourselves, and traumas to heal. So this lesson was a reminder to me that when we long for something, even though longing is born of desire, longing itself is the vibration of not having whatever we're wanting. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. So if we are in a state of longing, we are in a state of not having, and therefore we are resisting the thing that we want so much. It's in the feeling of desire without attachment, aka wanting something without needing it, that attracts it to you. Just don't get tripped up in the specifics, because when I say it's in the feeling of desire without attachment that attracts it to you, it might not be the specific it that you're desiring. But if you desire without need and you just enjoy the feeling, you will attract more of that feeling through a multitude of things. So this week, if you feel yourself longing for anything at all, try to turn your dial down from longing to desire. And recognize how different the feeling is when you desire something because of its great qualities, and when you desire something to the point of needing it. Have a beautiful week, and I will talk to you again next time on Sunday Rising.